So I had heard that Casablanca was a little bit underwhelming compared to the rest of Morocco. And I must say, it just feels like a French town, like a large French town. So while I don't think you need to be here much longer than a 14-hour layover, I definitely recommend you come here because it was an easy 45-minute train. That was it. But let's go explore because we still have to go to the cathedral. We want to get a tagine and eat some yummy Moroccan food. So let's get going.
Good morning from Dakar, Senegal. It is currently 1 a.m. and we have a 24-hour travel day to Liberia. But in that travel day, we actually have a pretty long layover in Casablanca, Morocco. So let's do this. So last night we actually left Dakar and went to like a pretty remote town in Senegal. And we did that because we thought this was a lot closer to the airport because the Dakar airport is really far from like the city area, but I don't think this is that much closer. We maybe got 20 minutes of sleep. We have made it through security and checked our bag, and that took way too long. But apparently there's a Lux Lounge. We definitely need some coffee. Coffee, lots of coffee. I hope the gate is closed because they're starting to board. But we are the last zone because basic economy. It's not business class, that's for show. But it's a short flight to Casablanca, maybe 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
This is how it was in check-in too. It's just, and it's also 4:25 in the morning, and we haven't slept. It should be an interesting day. Merci.
We are all boarded our very pushy flight. We will see you in about 4 hours in Morocco. Now for 14 hours in Casablanca. Wow, so we have officially made it out of customs and everything here in Casablanca, and we are officially going downtown. We're gonna try and find an ATM. The train is about 5 USD to get from airport to downtown Casablanca, and then we're gonna go from there.
Casaport, right?
Yeah.
Second class. He was just about to close those doors.
And we have made it to Casablanca, and I'm really happy that we're back because we came to Morocco 2 years ago. I'm ready to eat a tagine. It's probably one of my favorite dishes in the world.
So there are really 4 things we wanted to do in Casablanca. There's the largest mosque in all of Africa, and the second largest in the world is in Casablanca. There's a park that's supposed to be really beautiful, a cathedral in the park as well, and finally the old Medina. We have 20 USD, 200 dirham, and that's it. That's all we have for today. Let's see what we can get with it.
So first impressions of Casablanca is that it's way more metropolitan than I ever would have thought. And I know that the north part of Morocco is a little more colonial because this reminds us of France. But I do respect in Morocco that the people trying to sell you things, they don't push you. You say no, they just walk away. Whereas in Dakar, they will walk with you 10 miles until you say yes. We're we going?
We're first gonna go to Park League, I think is what it's called. It's about a half an hour walk from the train station.
As we're walking down a road full of bird and the road is covered in poop, we're walking directly in the middle where there's no trees, so hopefully we dodge it.
Nick got pooped on in Dubai.
I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but there are other things I'd rather happen to me.
Wow. So grand. So at the end of this park is the Cathedral, and this cathedral was built in 1930, and this country is predominantly Muslim country. So it's just kind of crazy that they have such a huge cathedral in the middle of the city. And it's at the end of this park, which this park is so beautiful. We just met this really lovely man who told us that the park was actually recently renovated. What a beautiful oasis.
So we made it to the cathedral, and apparently it's blocked off. I don't know if it's closed, and there's no entrance to it. So I'm not sure if we can go in. It doesn't look open. We're gonna walk around and try.
It looks very closed, but worth a try. At least we tried. I think we're gonna go eat now because Nick wants his tagine so badly and some Moroccan tea. So let's go eat.
Adam, I found your food.
We found this place on Culture Trip, and it's such a cool Moroccan restaurant. So authentic looking. Cheers to one of our favorite drinks of all time, Moroccan Mint Tea. The best kind of drink in the whole wide world. Kofta tagine is one of my most favorite things. So kofta, I think, is lamb. So they're like these lamb meatballs inside this tomato juice that's been cooked in a tagine, which is a traditional Moroccan like oven, I guess you can call it. And they cook it in there for hours, so it's just full of flavor. Oh, and it's so good. And I think there are eggs in mine and cheese, maybe. I'm so excited. Okay, so that tastes like an entire spaghetti dinner wrapped into a meatball. Ooh. It is good to know that eggs taste very good in spaghetti.
It's been a long time since we've had a proper tagine, but I'm ready for this. It's basically a massive pile of couscous, and I got the chicken one, so it's got chicken inside. This always comes with carrots, potato, and squash. Couscous is the food so nice they named it twice. Oh my god. Oh, just the flavors, just packed. So much going on. Just like makes your whole mouth dance.
It tastes like fresh applesauce. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day.
What's the verdict?
Oh, that was so good, and the ambiance was so wonderful.
And the food was even better. All right, now we're off to the train station.
That really felt like you were eating in someone's home. I loved that experience. Riads are like guest houses for people if they're interested in staying in riads in Morocco. We stayed in one in Marrakesh, and we had the absolute best experience at a riad. So make sure that you head and you stay at riads and not major hotels when you come to Morocco.
So the price of those two hold on. So the price of those 2 dishes with the tea came out to 174 dirham is what the Moroccans call their money. And that's just under 18 USD, which is pretty expensive for that. I would still say go for it if it's your first time in Morocco. So we are walking back to the train station right now because we were out of money. That lunch took up all of our money. And now we need to go back to the train station to head back to the airport. But we had a great 4 hours here in Casablanca. We definitely need to come back. Side class. 2.
Hello. You speak English?
Yes.
I don't speak.
So today in total we spent $40 US, which is a little outside our budget, but you know what? We came to Casablanca and I'm not mad about it. And both of us are starting to crash big time. And we have a lot of this travel day left. It's gonna be great.
And just like that, we are back at the airport. I'm counting Morocco as a country because we got stamped out. We hung out for a little while and then we're getting stamped back in. I would say that counts as a country. So I think we have made it through all of the security checkpoints. Morocco literally checks your passport and your boarding pass. I think it's been checked at least 8 times so far.
So I realized that when we said we were going to Liberia, that might not have been your first thought on where we were going. So let me explain a little bit why we're going to Liberia. But it is a small country in West Africa. So about 13 years ago, my mom started an organization in Liberia to help provide scholarships for students to go to university. The goal is to promote sustainability in a country that was war-torn from civil war and more recently the Ebola crisis. So we are working in partnership with Raise Your Hand Foundation over the next 10 days and exploring Liberia through the eyes of the locals. I think it's important to show the touristy places and to visit them, but I also think it's so important to visit the smaller, lesser known countries and cities and towns. We love that. It's a huge part of our travels and who we are, and we hope that we portray that through our videos. First and foremost, thank you Raise Your Hand Foundation for partnering with us, and thank you to everyone for having an open mind and coming with us to see a part of the world that not many people get to see. How are you doing down there?
It's currently just after 10 p.m. and our flight doesn't leave for another hour and a half. And we just realized it's a 4.5 hour flight and we thought it was only 3 hours, so yeah.
We've been staring at this board waiting for it to change for like an hour. Oh, we're loopy.
So this film, we need to go to bed. I think we're getting delusional. Thank you. The time has come. Right when it said boarding, Sam jumped up out of her seat and said, let's go. Of course, she's going to the bathroom real quick because she couldn't do that in the 8 hours we've been sitting there.
Have a nice flight. They didn't even look for our visa.
No, sir. Thank you so much. Have a nice flight with us.
Your passport. Exit row, baby.
But no TVs. But it's okay, it's the middle of the night.
We need to try to sleep.
He said no filming. I'm gonna put the camera away. We'll see you in Liberia. Country number 14? Country number something. So sorry for that abrupt ending right there of us getting off the plane. There was water leaking from the inside of the plane. It was definitely an experience, but we slept for most of it. And the coronavirus situation, it's They're taking it pretty seriously here, so they're taking everyone's temperatures and they're making you wash your hands before you can go into the airport. And another thing, as we got off the plane, our microphone broke because the camera fell off the seat. So luckily, Sam's mom's coming and she can bring us a new one. But we are going to close out for tonight. It is 4 a.m. We left Dakar at 1 a.m. yesterday. We will see you on the go. But for now, see you on the go.
He needs to go to bed. And kind of, it just feels, just make sure to
And apparently it's blocked up. But we're,
it's like this little, it's this bowl is the bottom, and then it has this like curve, it like this like top to it that is like curved, but it's like curved. Like, I don't know a better way to describe it.
It's like just robust with overload. It's just robust with.
What it tastes like. I have something on my face. It tastes like a sponge. No, I keep using sponge.
Oh my god, it's so hot. Crashing.
Don't put your head back.